Tell me your story.
I was this close to dying from a brain abscess that was misdiagnosed.
Good to know people care, though.
For a lot of people, the MRIs are clear.
You said you had a lot to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said,
I thought it was normal to have like seizures by yourself all the time.
You definitely will feel guilt a lot.
I so appreciate you putting this together.
thank you. Switching meds. So I'll be starting the switch from Keppra to lacosamide. I want to hear other people's experiences with Vimpat. I've been on Keppra for almost 5 years now, but I have been having breakthrough seizures lately, and I can't find a happy medium with Keppra anymore. I am also very sick of the anger problems that come from Keppra, so I'm looking forward to not having any more problems. What was your experience for Vimpat? Any advice?
Vimpat's lacosamide, right?
Yes.
Vimpat's cool. I like it. I mean, I don't. It doesn't help my seizures 100%, but I hated Keppra. I'm with that person 100%.
It affects my balance.
Come again?
It affects my balance. I'm unsteady at times, especially when I first get up. I get a little bit of vertigo or dizziness. But it's much better than Keppra.
Yeah.
A thousand times
a
better
little
than
bit of
Keppra.
that vertigo when I like turn my head too quickly, or
Right.
when I'm riding in the car and someone coming up to a stop sign and they stop and come abruptly and like head jerks back and that sudden swinging and stuff. It's like I gotta hold on to something. Um, but it uh at the higher doses, Vimpat started causing a lot of mood changes in me, a lot of um, depression, very dark mood. Um, Hard to describe because not the best judge of my own objective changes in behavior, but it was described to me that I was very um, uh, um, closed off and dark was the most frequently used word at the higher dose, um, going from 150 milligrams a day to 150 milligrams twice a day to 250 milligrams twice a day was too much. That put me into, um, you know, the danger zone, psychologically speaking. So we backed off of that, and I take 150 milligrams in the morning and 200 milligrams at night. And it's not perfect, but um, it's better than 200 twice a day. Would have, I recall being even better back when I was just taking 150 twice a day. But the difficulties with the Vimpat is what led it, or led it to, what led to um, my getting Lyrica added on as an adjunct medication for that, and every additional step up in Lyrica has improved my mood and um, helped reduce seizures and kind of counteracted some of the uh, negativity there. Plus, I was actually diagnosed with fibromyalgia um, back in 2016, 17, I think. And had been on Lyrica back then, had gone non-compliant when I went through a bit of a upheaval in life circumstances, and now back on the Lyrica, uh, talking my neurologist into giving me the Lyrica back. Um, Now that it's also serving as anticonvulsant, it's kind of killed two birds with one stone with that, helping um, helping with the pain there, and improving the mood. It helped with my sleep quality. I mean, honestly, I can't. There's nothing about my experience with pregabalin, um, that has not been, um, positive in terms of, uh, balancing out and helping with um, the Vimpat there, um, but not effective on its own. So the Vimpat is the primary med, and it was definitely, I mean, definitely effective.
So it sounds like it might. There may be mood stuff with the Vimpat too, and people with Kepra are sympathetic to what that person experienced, for sure. And there are, at least in Massachusetts, there's legal ways to take the edge off every once in a while, and I grow it. So that's my answer. C, locked in.
Um, mm,
Um,
uh,
what I was gonna say is, Mark, what's fibromyalgia?
Fibromyalgia is a nerve pain disorder. Um, it's um, I don't know. It going through all of the diagnostic rigmarole and everything. Um, it kind of felt like just the bucket that they put people into when they can't find anything to diagnose their pain with and stuff. I mean, the first thing on the list based on the symptoms that I have was uh, multiple sclerosis, and rule out multiple sclerosis. Well, is it this other thing? Is it that? Is it thyroid problems, or this, that, or the other? Some of the symptoms were actually the focal, um, episode. The tingles, unusual sensations, physical sensations. Right? Yeah, okay. They didn't have an EEG hooked up to explain it at the time, so it was just part of the list of stuff that they couldn't explain, and they're like, there you go. Um, Very unsatisfying to have a diagnosis of exclusion. It's like it's similar to a lot of epilepsy diagnoses now, though, that I'm hearing about. They're like, you're having seizures. Well, why? They're coming from your right temporal lobe. Well, why? They happen at night, primarily. well, but why? And they're not, there is no answer as to why these, only what and where. And that's um, maddening to a scientist, mathematician, engineer type personality who wants to dissect the universe. So, um, yeah, diagnosis of exclusion and treated with nerve pain medication. So, but really,
Here's a
not
dumb
much.
question I have. Um, well, I can make it not so dumb. I was gonna say is it painful, but what's the pain like? Because it just said nerve pain, so
I mean, it's kind of like sciatica, sort of a lot of lower torso, legs. Um,
no.
I mean, I've been on the Lyrica long enough that it's really, I'm trying to think, what am I feeling? And it's like, well, I was pretty well taken care of with the regimen they have me on for the epilepsy, nicely enough. But, um, yeah, just kind of it's not a sharp pain. Um, it's, I don't know, diffuse. I can't pinpoint any location that it's coming from. It's just makes it hard to move and do stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
I got you. Yeah,
Uh,
very curious, but I understand what you're saying. Um, Jeff, you got something?
Yeah. Uh, uh, I'm- it's kind of interesting to me, Mark, that they did it as a diagnosis of exclusion. I was diagnosed in 1990 at the University of Miami Chronic Pain Center, and there are 13 nerve points in your lower back that they test. And I had 11 of the 13, uh, which was the highest rate they had seen. Uh, and it to me, it feels more like muscle pain, or it felt more like muscle pain than it is nerve pain, but it felt more like muscle pain than nerve pain. Uh,
like an achy muscle
yeah,
pain, or kind of like um, like a sharp soreness post-workout kind of muscle,
it
or
wasn't. Uh, it wasn't like a sharp pain. It was more like a soreness, uh, achy or sore. Uh, not not sharp at all. Uh, it's kind of hard for me to differentiate at times because the arthritis pain is sharp. Um, but if I remember correctly, it was just mostly, and it still is, just soreness. Uh, and I was taking Lyrica for years, and I stopped. I don't even remember when I stopped. And it's interesting that it's lowered your threshold. I should talk to my neurologist about that as well. Um,
were you finding it ineffective when you were
no,
taking it?
no, I just stopped taking it. I figured I'm going to have the same soreness whether I take it or not.
Mm.
And And I started smoking weed, and that helped more than anything else I was doing. So
Well,
I'm
the weed
sorry
and the
about the.
lyrica do pair very nicely. The lyrica is relaxing, and the weed is relaxing.
Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have to talk to him about that. Um, I was just going to say I'm sorry about the camera. I'm just sitting here in the dark.
Hey, do you?
You're right, but
So,
it's not fun. The fibromyalgia.
yeah. And I mean, it, it feels weird, especially a person as young as I am and was. I mean, this was several years younger, so I was barely in my 30s trying to explain, I'm in pain, and people look and they're like, you're perfectly healthy. You're
Yeah,
just making that up. I'm like,
I
no.
I dealt with that a lot too. I don't know when I was diagnosed with it either, but I was diagnosed with it. I think I've been on the all of those medicines you've talked about, and my description would just be everything hurts. Don't touch
yeah.
me. It was pretty much just everything hurts, don't touch me.
Did you, by any chance, watch Adult Swim back in like the late 90s, early 2000s?
I
The
don't think I did.
or was I don't know if it was Adult Swim or maybe it was on MTV. Do you know the Brack Show? No.
Nope.
There's a little cartoon skit they did where one of the characters wrote a song, and the song is called Don't Touch Me, and it's just this one guy, like one character beatboxing, and then it stops, and the main character Brack just shouts, "Don't touch me," and then back to beatboxing, and then he shouts, "Don't touch me." I gotta find it. I'll drop it in there.
I never watched a lot of MTV or VH1 because I was older by then.
I think I
You
watched a
know,
lot of Beavis and Butthead and Ren and
Yeah,
Stimpy.
2000.
yeah, if I was 52.
By
Yeah.
2000, I had two kids.
Yeah.
Hmm. In 2000, I was doing high school boy stuff, ignoring my epilepsy.
That's
Ah,
what you do when you're in high school.
yeah. It's just like, don't tell my mom, guys.
That's what you do when you're young.
Yeah.
Well,
Um, sure, the post we were on was about switching meds from Keppra and lacosamide advice. There's only one comment, so I'll read it. It says, I'm both on Keppra and lacosamide, and well as two other AEDs since I'm drug resistant. Keppra both Keppra bothered me at first, but now with time, I can control my emotions, and anger isn't really an issue for me. I think I'm thinking once next July hits and I'm at my 1 year mark, I'll taper off the lacosamide due to the balance issues I've had recently. I spoke to my neurologist about this and we're on the same page. No changes for now, but it will be the first med to taper off of 1 year post op. You guys on anything you want to taper off?
That one
Really?
I talked about earlier that was making me lose weight, the zonisamide.
Hmm.
the doctors tried to take me off of that a few different times. And I never have. And now that I'm at another doctor and with what's going on, if they want to change my meds, I'm going to be a little more open to things, I think, at this point, as terrifying as it is to change meds.
I got something here. It says, does anyone ever wake up on the floor? I haven't had many tonic-clonic ones, but one time I just woke up on the ground, had no idea why. Like, woke up on the ground in my bedroom, and this is what happened in my mind. End quote. Wait, was I asleep? I guess I was because I'm laying next to my bed. But wait, this isn't the mattress. Am I on the floor? Why would I sleep on the floor? Okay, hold on. I gotta go get up. I'm in a rush. Okay, holy shit. Wait, what's happening? Why can't I move? My body is so sore and stiff. Fuck. This must this must be a tonic-clonic seizure. How TF did I forget what was going on? Can anyone else relate? Like waking up on the floor alone and not knowing what's going on at first, like I did. It's weird, too, because I've been on medication for years and I've been having seizures since I was 8 years old. I don't know why, but I feel like my mind reacted the way someone who's new to seizures would. I don't wake up on the floor. Um, have not done that in a while. Uh, I'm probably either when I come to, for some reason, I'm bouncing back. Once I come to, things are past the worst parts of things, the embarrassing part and the things I've done earlier. I'm past all that. My mother usually tells me, "You were trying to leave, and I tried to stop you, and kept trying to stop you." Yeah, I'm usually past all that. I'm sitting down. Um, I think they had to bring me in a wheelchair to the living room because there's a wheelchair in the living room, and I don't know where it came from. So I'm assuming they got it when I had a seizure because it was just there after I had a seizure.
Go ahead, Jeff.
No, go ahead, Andrew.
I was just going to say I have a few times. And I'm always really confused and trying to figure out what happened. And then I finally put it all together that, oh, you must have had a seizure. You should probably call somebody. So then it's, where's your phone? Then I got to play the where find your phone game. And once I find my phone, then it's, you know, on to the next problem. Did I
Mm-hmm.
get hurt or whatever?
Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't wake up on the floor last time. Well, I'm glad I didn't come to on the floor. When I came to, I was on the living room couch. When I had the seizure, my mother said I had a seizure and I was um, near the toilet. So I'm just imagining getting up and trying to lift myself from near the toilet. I mean, it's pretty clean in there, but just the thoughts of waking up on the floor next to the toilet. Yeah.
I woke up on the floor once and didn't know why, didn't remember why. Got back in bed. In the morning, I saw I had two black eyes and a cut nose. And then I ordered a small bed rail from Amazon.
Good idea. Um, yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, I
Um,
didn't want that to happen again.
I'll read some of these comments. Waking up on the floor, someone said yes several times, especially before being diagnosed or even considering the possibility of seizures. It was creepy. Another one says, I always wake up on a stretcher, or last year in the ICU with 24 electrodes glued to my head.
Have you all been to the emergency room for seizures before?
Yes. all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
in the past was all the time. Yeah,
Jeff, you too?
Twice, I guess.
Twice?
Yeah, that I know of.
That is one experience I have yet to have.
you haven't been to the emergency room for a doctor? I mean, for a seizure?
No, I haven't had one in public either.
Mm.
I've literally the only people that have ever seen me have a seizure is my son, my mother-in-law, and my partner who is now passed. Not my ex, but
I've never had one in public, but I've
Not even like a focal, you guys?
I've had
Or
focals
are
in public, but not
yeah,
to the
I've had
emergency room.
focals. I've never had a tonic clonic out in public that
I have.
landed me in an ER. But
I
I
had
have had a
focal.
tonic clonic at home that landed me in the ER. So,
I'm pretty sure I had a focal while I was driving.
oh yeah, I've had several focals behind the wheel, but they were panic attacks at the
Right.
time. So
They were
don't worry.
panic attacks.
Nobody was in danger. I was just panicking sitting at a stoplight, you know.
I looked
Um,
out the window at a house.
yeah. Oh my God. Oh no, a house? How did you manage?
That's why I stopped driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
few more of these comments. Uh, one says, my postictal state is rough. I wake up confused on the floor 90% of the time. Sometimes my mouth is bleeding because I bit my tongue. I'm so lucky I have a strong aura, so I sit down first. Another one says, yes, certainly. I've fallen out of bed from the seizures in my sleep. I've also just collapsed and gone unconscious when I was up and walking around normally with no normal warning at all. I think those are often called drop attacks. Um,
Often called what?
drop attacks, end
Drop,
quote.
drop, attack.
And that's what it says, end quote,
Okay.
drop attacks.
I just wanted to make sure I heard that correctly. It sounds like a good term for it. I feel like I've heard it before. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've heard of drop seizures. I don't exactly know the name for them. Um,
I want to say they're like atonic.
there we go.
Is that right?
Yes,
So we
also
will
known as a
call it
drop
right.
seizure.
We're
Um,
gonna say I'm right today.
Yes.
um, yeah. Atonic seizure, also known as a drop seizure, are characterized by sudden loss of muscle tone, leading to falls or drops, and are often associated with conditions like Lennox Lennox Gastaut syndrome.
Linux
Yeah.
Gusto.
Gastaut. Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that the particular type of epilepsy that really responds extremely, extremely well to CBD? Like the one type of epilepsy
Charlotte's
that
Web.
yeah, well, the Charlotte's Web, but the one that pharmaceutical company got a patent for making, like, synthesizing like a pure
Oh, the
CBD molecule.
Epidiolex or
Yeah,
so.
something like that. Wasn't that Lennox Gastaut?
It might be.
I, I don't know. It sounds like it's something I've heard like for a while, which makes me think it might be.
It might be true.
It might be, yeah.
I've heard it
And
on
then
more than one documentary, therefore it might be true.
my memory might work this time.
I got
Well,
something here, guys. It says losing my driver's license in a low transit area.
it
Options.
sucks.
It says, "Hi all. I'm new here, just diagnosed with parietal lobe epilepsy. I live in California, and my doctor confirmed he will be reporting me to the DMV to revoke my driver's license due to, in quote, neglect. My loss of awareness is on one side. I didn't even tell him about the times I hit the garage. I can't even be too mad because, well, I did hit the garage, but I'm feeling a bit screwed since California isn't really known for its robust public transit. Depends on where you're at. Um,
Try living in Kansas.
yeah, okay. Um, yeah. One, has anyone here been able to get insurance to cover lifts to the doctor's office? My doctors are about an hour away with traffic. Does anyone use a tricycle? Wife doesn't trust me on a bike due to intense vertigo seizures. Recommendations would be helpful. Three, any other experience with based advice?
What was the first question?
The first one was, has anyone been able to get insurance to their doctor cover lifts to their doctor's office? My doctor and I are
Some
about an hour away with traffic.
some insurance plans will offer that if you're on like special disability plans and things like that. You can qualify for them that will have limited medical transportation stuff for things like that. But it depends on the plans you're on and where you're at. So that's something you'd have to check in with insurance companies.
I'm gonna
And
finish this. Oh, go ahead,
what was
Andrew.
the other one? What was the second question?
Um, does anyone use like a tricycle? Wife doesn't trust
Oh,
me on a bike due to intense vertigo. Recommendations would be helpful.
yeah, I just bought one, but I haven't really used it yet because it was almost winter.
The rest of the post says minimum time in California is 3 months seizure free, and I don't see my epileptologist again until March, so I'm pretty sure I'm not able to drive at least till March or June 2026, and that's assuming my new meds work. I just had a nice event Tuesday that about knocked me over, so my hopes aren't very high for quick reinstatement. Um, yeah. Um, but with losing the driver's license in California, there's a lot. This person says there's no transport and stuff like that. There is.
Yeah. Well, I was
Everybody
going to
with
say,
health insurance that I know, well, not everybody, but more than half of the people that I know with health insurance, their health insurance helps them get places. Uh, I know on the back of my card and then on the back of my mother's card, and that's over 200 miles apart. They both have transportation, and you call it. And my mom's, you say you have to set it up 5 days ahead of time. The one where I used to live, um, you can do it 48 hours ahead of time. But yeah, yeah. If you're watching this, whatever transportation you have, I mean, whatever insurance you got to look on the back of the car. It might have it on there, but usually, well, I'm not gonna say usually. Um, yeah, the few counties I've been in, they always had a program to help you get to doctor's appointments. But that's California, uh, and this person said they in California. Couple comments here. One says, "I have LA Care, Los Angeles County covered California, and their service that covers lift rides to appointments." Same here. There's one says we live in California, the Bay Area. We have no advice as we are new to this area. Nocturnal tonic clonic 82925. ER reported to the DMV. Doctor advised no driving until seizure free 3 months. After DMV interview, RCVD DMV letter that only stated license suspended effective 10/29/25. No time limit listed, was very vague, except how to request appeal within 14 days. We didn't, as we don't contest our decision. Second nocturnal seizure, 10/27/25, and now on Keppler, 500 milligrams 2 times a day. Clock restarted on seizure free time. My husband has a blue collar job where he drives from job to job site. We are worried his work may let him go once he's finally released back to work. One more comment says, hi, losing your license in California completely sucks. I've gone through the process a few times. Unfortunately, the process is so slow and the DMV is very bad at notifications, so just be prepared. One time I got my suspension notice on the same day as the letter clearing me back to drive. I've never tried to use Lyft or Uber insurance thing for doctors, but I know it exists. Much like most things, it'll vary by insurance. Lyft also apparently gives discounts, but not gonna lie, never figured that out either. This is not very helpful. Sorry, just wanted to let you know you aren't alone and be prepared for the worst with the DMV. You guys have any types of anybody around that you know we can call this company or that company? Any of you guys' insurance take you to doctor's appointments, or is it just family?
Well, up until now, Liz who took me to doctor's appointments, but now uh, I have a woman that I've arranged out here to take me. Uh, and I know this person was in California. When I was in Pennsylvania, you could get a free ride easily enough. Uh, not even depending on your insurance. If you're a senior, you can get a free ride anywhere. Um, so, I mean, I think it's in a lot of places they have that for medical and for seniors. Um, but now I've just gotten here, so it's going to take me some time to find out what's in the desert because it's a little different here.
Yeah, I just moved with my mom, and she has the program where you call Uber from 5 days ahead of time, and they'll take you to doctor's appointments and stuff. But there is one program she told me about. They have this thing where they're in town, and they'll take you anywhere in town for $5. And that doesn't
Right.
specify specifically with doctors. They have a program where they'll take you anywhere in town, and it's like some bus program.
Yeah, there's something like that here. I think I'm not sure if there was a monthly subscription or something, but it was. I don't know. My mother just told me about it, but I believe it was anywhere in the county. It may have been county specific. I'm not sure, but um, $5 sounds eerily similar. I wonder if they're doing it like nationwide and just regional um, regional versions of it, because I doubt they'd give you a $5 ride across the country, you know. But
That'd be nice.
what's it called over there?
Um, I have no idea. My mom told me about it. I haven't used it yet, but she told me there's a program where I can go anywhere. And every time we decided we should go somewhere, we just never decided to call them. But they have it for people who don't want to do other things. But yeah, a lot of things, like things that I need basically, like food, the cannabis club, and the grocery store, they're pretty much a decent distance away. You can walk and they're right there. Um, Other than that, we don't really need to call those people, but they have it, I'm sure. I do have a post here. It says, I am in severe pain from biting my tongue. It's been 3+ days. Anyone have any suggestions? I'm not new to this, but I'm looking for ideas. I've had this mouthwash for mouth sores and used it. I use Oragel numbing solution every few hours, but I'm hoping to get this to go away enough to stop hurting enough. It hurt so much to the point where my eyes are watering. Last night, when I put the Oragel on after it woke me up, my tongue was bleeding. It's unbearable. Suggestions on the severe tongue pain. Um, I've heard that peroxide helps. I heard that it is gross, but I heard that it does help. Um, yes, and I can't imagine it having a good taste, but they said it tastes bad and it works.
I mean, if it's that painful that it's unbearable, it might be worth just going to a dentist. They're like, I don't know, you don't want to mess with infection if that's something that's going on there.
Maybe it needs stitches.
Yeah, I, I don't know. I'm careful about mouth stuff like that. Um,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
it's easy for it to run away into a big problem quickly.
Some of the comments here, one says popsicles, ice creams, and ice cubes, maybe a milkshake or a smoothie. Another comment says drink cold water, avoid hot things, and give it time. Try not to touch it too much or rub it on your teeth. Limit your talking as well. Another one says salt water will kill it. Bacteria has salt water solution will kill bacteria and has analgesic properties. Did I say that right?
Analgesic.
Analgesic. Yeah.
Analgesic. Mm-hmm.
That means pain relieving.
Hydrogen peroxide is your friend, diluted 50% with water, then just give it some time. Another one that says popsicles, but mostly be patient and no painkillers. And one more. It says occasional use of Oragel will numb it, pour tongue into oblivion. I know the feeling. I was in constant and severe pain from biting my tongue. And then 3 weeks later, within a couple days of it fully healing here I am, starting all over again. I just wish someone gave a crap without way overreacting or not reacting at all. Anyway, Oragel, cheap and effective, will numb your tongue. My tongue hurts now, but I just chewed on it and moved on. I didn't chew through it or anything, luckily, but yeah, I bit it on the right side and I bit my lip. You guys bite your lips? Or my lips just big? They just get in the way sometimes. For those with temporal lobe epilepsy. I'm not sure if that's what I have or if that's what anyone has here, but I'll read it. It says, for those of you who have temporal lobe epilepsy, how does deja vu feel for you? Does it ever make you question reality? It definitely does for me. I sometimes wonder if multiverse could ever exist. Where would another version of us is doing the same exact thing at the same exact time? It's hard to describe the feeling itself beyond calling it deja vu. The medical explanation is that our memories overlap, old and new blending together, making the moment feel real when it isn't. The actual that actually makes sense to me. It could even explain why I sometimes feel like I'm in two places at once. It's so bizarre. Um, I can't explain deja vu because I don't have an explanation for it. I don't have an explanation for deja vu. I've heard Toaster say a lot about it, but I haven't had to deal with it.
That's what I was gonna say. I believe Toaster was talking about it earlier.
Yeah, she's great with deja vu and deja reveille and a few other dejas. She knows all the differences and all that good stuff. I got some comments here. One says, rising sensation also feel Jamas vu, where a familiar place, person, or word suddenly feels new and unfamiliar, which is unsettling as fuck. Another one here says, it's so hard to describe for me. It's existing memory, but with a negative tint.
Is Mark
Like,
having a seizure?
good, good. You scared me.
The
Hmm?
I'm sorry, it's hard to think right now.
Um,
That's okay,
just,
as long as you're okay.
yeah, as long as you're okay. I
I
have your
might
phone
swipe
number.
my magnet just for funsies, I guess, just in case.
Yeah, I have your emergency contact information. All right. Mark, you scared me, man.
He's laughing.
I know. That's why I'm like, man, you scared me. Now you're laughing. Um, yeah.
Sorry, I thought the microphone was on. Um,
Actually, Andrea, you scared me.
I think he's playing with us.
Well, he
Um,
was sitting there and all like he had his head down for a minute, and all of a sudden he started jerking, and I couldn't really see what was going on. And I'm just like, is he okay?
just coughing, coughing, and then trying to talk, and it's hard to think. And so I swiped the magnet just for fun, and it's very different swiping it today than it was yesterday before they kicked me up 2 notches. So, um,
how does it
yeah,
feel?
it caught me by surprise that that's the first time I swiped at this level.
How does it feel?
Uh, s- uh,
Shocking.
uh,
Sounds
uh
like.
it's, it, yeah, kind of fucky, I guess. This is weird, like tickle in my chest and a tight, but a tickle, but a hoarse, and I feel like I can't talk so well now. I definitely feel the vocal stuff that they talk about, the side effects there. So, um, but it's coming back down now, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Um, but it took me by surprise. It's kind of funny. But it worked. Yeah. Uh,
Glad your magnet works.
Yeah.
Should I move
Sorry,
forward?
sorry I scared you.
Should I move forward, Mark? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a little bit more in the background, maybe. I'm not
Understand.
sure.
Um, one here, the comment says, yesterday I visited a hotel that I'd never stepped into before in my life and had ever seen pictures of the inside. Everything about it felt like I had been there before, and I knew what to expect in every layout detail before walking into every room. I don't know how to explain it. Another one says, it's a heavy feeling. It's a heavy feeling. I've experienced it before, and I know what's going to happen next, but it's like dreaming in my head while unconscious. A few more comments. One says, oh, yes, I hate it. My deja vu is a little different. I feel like I see memories that are a little clear and think they have happened in this life, but I never recall them happening in this life. It's so confusing. So I feel it's the past life thing. God knows it's the worst feeling. Then I see bright lights and a Zoom type. I'm not sure that's the word they want to use. A Zoom type effect and get cut off from the surroundings. One more comment. It says, I was just talking with this with my friends. I was diagnosed with MTS. I have been having deja vu for so often. I thought I was going crazy. It wasn't until I had a heart attack in July at only 37 that I found out I've been having temporal lobe seizures. That sucks. I mean, to have that just to point out that I'm having seizures.
Pookie, something in that thing didn't make sense to me. How did he have a heart attack and find out he was having seizures from his heart attack? That doesn't make any sense. Having had a heart attack and having heart issues. Why
Um,
would they why would they check for seizures?
that is a very good question.
Maybe if
Um,
the patient starts having a seizure while in their care.
Yeah, but but that's kind of not the way he put it.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess he
yeah,
left it
maybe.
open to interpretation.
Could having a seizure lead to a heart attack?
I don't know.
I don't know, Mark, but he said he had a heart attack, which led them to know he had seizures.
Um,
It seems kind of backwards. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Just doesn't make sense.
yeah, maybe they're just a bad writer. On the internet, can you imagine?
No, impossible.
I gotta read it one more time because it says I was just talking about this with my friends. I was just diagnosed with MTS. I need to know what MTS is. Having deja vu so often, I thought I was going crazy. It wasn't until I had a heart attack in July that I found out I've been having temporal lobe seizures. Anybody know what MTS is?
I'm seeing a couple different diagnoses here. May Turner syndrome, MTS. They're talking about how it's diagnosed with imaging. And then something called Muir syndrome, MTS, involves examining skin tumors and testing for genetic mutations, and then mesial temporal sclerosis. That's the one I know I've heard before. Diagnosed through medical imaging of the brain. Okay.
So none of that has anything to do with the heart.
That's the last one sounds like the most likely museotemporal.
Yeah, sclerosis. That
Yeah,
one.
that's
That
the
still doesn't have
isn't
anything to do with the heart, though.
sclerosis
Yeah.
doesn't sclerosis mean isn't it a term for like lesions or something in the brain, like multiple sclerosis? Is that
Mm,
multiple?
Isn't it narrowing of
yeah.
the vein?
Abnormal hardening of tissue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
So that is, but if they're looking at the brain, that doesn't have anything to do with how they are in the heart.
I mean, I'm not surprised they don't give more details on the diagnosis, but I'm
Yeah,
sure
it
there was
just seems
something left
strange.
out. Yeah, it was probably just something left out.
Got something. It says attending university with limitations. I made a post about in another community about this and was told to post about it here to possibly get better responses. I plan on going back to university one day. The problem is that my mom most likely won't let me drive back and forth because of me being epileptic. I'm an adult also, by the way. My job is 30-ish minutes away, and she has a problem with me driving myself there. My university is around an hour away. Hmm. Um, Driving honestly takes a lot out of me anyway, so I don't think I will be up to doing it regardless. I would like to attend university completely online to avoid issues. I want to know what's y'all's experience with university has been. Did you attend on physical campus or did you choose the online route like I want to do? If you chose online, how was it? Do you feel like it made things harder when it came to job hunting and networking? I want to know it all. Before someone asks, there's no public transport. Also, every university is an hour or more away. So I can't pick any other ones. Try online if you can. I have not did the online. Um, but I heard it's good. I heard it works for some people. Um,
yeah, the physical campus does offer networking opportunities between your peers that is not available in an online course, you know, and online coursework. Like one of my best friends of my entire life, I met at the college campus, and we went through, and the help that I gave him studying and that he gave me studying, you know, um, was a tremendous help. I don't think I'd have graduated without him. He says the same about me. And um, his connection, he's the one who got me my job, my foot in the door, or he was my foot in the door at Siemens when I got my first job after graduating. So, um, it's convenient um, to take the courses online, but you know, you I don't know if the Zoomer social culture has changed, and you know, there might be less emphasis of social interaction between peers on campus, and um, I don't know, what I had experienced there might not be representative of what uh, OP would experience now, but um, if that's still a thing that's happening, then that is an opportunity that will absolutely be missed out on in online degrees, online coursework, just
I
by
can
definition.
I
Yeah, go
can
So,
ahead, Toaster.
well I can provide mom's eye on that subject. Um, my daughter was in college during COVID, so she's had both Zoom classes and in-person classes, and there were positives for both. Being at home, she didn't have to worry about food. She didn't have to worry about food. Um, or a place to well, you didn't have to worry about place to sleep when you're at dorms. Overall, she said that she enjoyed her experience when she was actually able to go to the college and really interact with that person on the other side of the screen. Now, that being said, I think we interact just fine, but I don't think we've had the 60 students in one Zoom meeting.
Mm.
But
That would be
Mark,
amazing.
you're also forgetting that he has to drive an hour each way every day. That's a lot for an epileptic to handle
Oh, yeah.
when he shouldn't even be driving.
Right.
I mean, yes, there's a lot
yeah,
more to
well,
be with an in-campus experience, but
I'm
if you have to
not
drive an
forgetting
hour
it.
each day,
I'm just pointing out that the networking opportunities and stuff, the connections made at a college campus are something that just by definition will not be made in an online class, and whether or not that outweighs any drawbacks of the commuting is something that will have to be evaluated on an individual basis. But
If they get into
in my
dorms,
case, I would never have managed to get uh, the engineering career that I had were it not for the connections that I made in and on-campus coursework. Um, and that would, regardless of commute time, have been true.
you're
You
right.
know,
And obviously, is forgetting is the wrong word. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant that it's a long commute for this person
yeah,
when he
yeah,
shouldn't be driving.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that goes into maintaining a college career.
Yeah,
yeah. And even if they do opt for the on-campus experience, uh, being swayed by my point there, there's also no guarantee that you will connect with somebody who will end up leading to a job there. So, there's I mean, no guarantees in anything in life, but there's the commute time to consider, and there's the fact that um, you may end up making the friend of your life. You may end up, finding it's not for you and going to online coursework anywhere. Or you may decide that higher education is not for you, period. But that's part of what's both terrifying and exciting about being that age. And,
Yeah.
you know,
What's up,
it's,
Toaster?
Oh no, I was holding my hand up where that when Mark said, "Or you might find that higher education isn't for you."
Oh, okay. Thought you
Yeah,
were raising your hand.
yeah. So,
It didn't survive.
I got some comments here. One says, "So I am attending university that literally more than 2 hours away from public transportation. Honestly, I don't know how I get through the year and half, because sometimes I just spend 5 hours traveling. It is hard because I had gone seizure free for 3 years and I started college and I had two seizures the same year. Mine is nocturnal as well and not severe compared to many others, but medications make it harder. I feel so tired just by traveling. I hope my degree will be worth it, will be worth all this effort." Me too.
I believe any degree is.
Hmm.
But then again, I'm a mom and I really want my son to go to college, all of them, or
Yeah,
technical degree.
I want
Trade
my
school
kids
would
to
be
go to
good.
school. Um, Another comment here says, "Before day one, introduce yourself to the office at your university that handles student disabilities and reasonable accommodations. Go through their process to get approval for RAs. Someone with epilepsy can absolutely excel at university. I have done in person and online classes. It makes no difference. You can succeed. Get the RA letter in place first so that if you have a seizure and miss several days of school, they don't fail you."
RA equals resident advisor or
That was me.
residential advisor, which might not work if they're not a resident. RAs are usually other students who live in the dorms, go to the college, and are paid to basically be moderators.
basically kill all the parties and make sure that like curfews met and that um no alcohol in the dorms and
If crisis happens, because mental crisis do happen, they're
yeah,
the first responders.
trained in first aid and shifts overnight. But yeah,
So in this case, if
my mom
the
was an RA and
oh,
she told me that
yeah.
her job was really busting part. There were no first aid emergencies. She was the buzzkill. She didn't use
She's a
those
paid
words.
buzzkill.
She
Some are
didn't use those
paid
words.
like normal, some are just paid by cutting your bill. Some are paid both ways. Depend on the university.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
Could it
I'm in a
also
weird
stand
headspace.
for administration, resident administration? If
It could, but I always
she's
heard it as
if
residence
she,
advisor from my dad.
yeah, if they're a student on campus and they've got like an administrative wing to handle the accommodations, maybe. I'm just trying to think of what those letters could mean.
That's
Because
true.
an RA really does nothing, you know. I don't know.
Back in the dark ages, it was resident advisor.
Okay.
I know that's how it is for the university my dad worked for.
Oh, your dad works for college?
Probably still
Nice.
is.
Used to. He retired. Longest serving faculty.
Oh, nice. He must get like mad respect and gifts.
47 years.
What's his field? If
Finance and Jewish history.
I'm
Now, of
sorry.
course,
I don't know why that's funny.
it's a very weird pairing, and he had to kind of drop the history class when, well, the political climate started going bad.
People are assholes,
Yep, and then he retired, so it didn't matter.
but very, very cool.
Yeah.
A scholarly.
A scholarly
family.
gentleman.
Yes, yes. Great way to put it. I like that.
I got another one here, guys.
All right.
Got one that says, "Can migraines indicate a seizure is coming? This will be the third day of having head migraine. It feels like my head is being squeezed and moves around, which is similar to what the beginning of my seizures felt like, so it makes sense for me to be nervous. I never had migraines until I started having focal aware seizures a month ago, although I had frequent headaches that I thought were tension headaches, but they get worse with a little sleep. And I noticed I had a bad headache behind my eyes before most of my episodes. The seizures are undiagnosed or mostly in or around my sleep. And I did notice my heart rate went from 158 in my sleep the morning before the migraine started. So I wonder if I'm having unconscious events and it could be postictal headache. I'm awaiting my EEG results. Does anyone have any pre-ictal migraines? How long do they last? Pre-ictal.
Pre-seizure.
I know. I was just
Oh,
thinking.
sorry.
I've never heard of it.
I get headaches,
Is
but
that
not. I wouldn't call them migraines. Pre-seizure, I get like in the left side of my uh head, I get a slight headache.
Okay.
is that an like perhaps an atypical aura slash focal, whatever we're
Yeah,
calling
yeah,
it? Yeah. Yeah, so it may be part of the seizure itself.
right. Because I never get headaches. Other than that, I've never gotten headaches throughout my whole life.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden I'm getting this, and just in this one spot. And then, after post-ickle is my whole head. But before the seizure, it's just in this one spot.
I'm curious whether did you have headaches while you were in the EMU?
I don't remember.
Okay, but fair.
I didn't know I was having a seizure, so I don't even remember the episode where I was having the seizures.
Well, now I'm curious of what you said is a type of aura, and people often say auras are seizures. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think you has me
Can
curious.
you have a
that's
can
why
you
I
have a
got off
cluster of
earlier.
seizures? I mean of auras?
I'm sorry.
I said, can you have a cluster of auras? Since
That's
your
what I was
auras are
just
seizures.
having.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got off earlier. I
Uh,
first I was getting headache, then I started getting dizzy, then I started getting nauseous.
glad you sat down. Well, you were already sitting, but
Yeah, that's why I got off and I went to lie down.
Hmm. Okay.
You posted that and I responded that's what I was
Oh,
having.
I haven't been able to check because I'm here. Yeah, but I did notice there is
Junie,
notifications.
yes, I know, you like him.
Um,
She likes your voice.
oh, nice. I like dogs, so I don't even know what you said, but it's nice because I like dogs.
Well, she likes someone's voice because she keeps trying to get into here and into the phone. So
Oh,
someone's voice she's liking.
she wants to
Isn't
be
that
over
most?
here.
Maybe she
This-
wants to participate.
Zoom meeting? I thought you said Zoomies.
Hopefully, it's not because she has seizures.
No,
Oh man.
she hasn't.
You got
She
anything to
has.
contribute?
Dogs know
Oh,
what they like right away, and she's heard all of our voices for hours and hours on end.
oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, that hyperactivity when somebody starts talking is very telling.
Well,
It's
my
really cute.
Oh, now
microphone
she's
was
interested in
on
something
mute,
else.
so it
That's the
definitely
ADHD.
wasn't me that
Because
she
it was
was.
me talking. You know,
Okay, so it's someone else.
Um,
Okay, don't jump.
it was
Don't
Pookie's
jump.
voice. Case closed.
I'm gonna actually do this with my mom. Uh,
Yay!
Hey, mom.
yeah, she embarrassed me at the hospital. She told the lady post-ictal was the process before. She's like, I noticed when he was
Oh,
post-ictal, when I seen him, he was acting weird. And she was like, this was after the seizure? And she was like, my mom was like, no, this is before the seizure. The lady's like, this isn't post-ictal. We can't let that happen again. We got to educate people. And I told myself that she has to be a part of this and she needs to listen. And I told her all that. She's like, all right, son, I'll listen. There is the only comment here to that. Can migraines indicate seizures is coming? The only comment here says, my first migraine caused my very first seizure. Doctors aren't completely sure they are related, but migraines were controlled. Less seizures. The brain is a mystery.
This one's asking about how to lessen headaches without medication. Don't know how to start this. What'd you say?
sure.
Oh, okay.
My mind jumped to gummies, but that's kind of medication. So
Lovely. Don't know how to start this, but I've been having some problems with headaches after seizures. I take proper medication for it, but it just doesn't go away. Can anyone recommend a tea, food, or exercise, something, anything? And before people get mad, I know that headaches are just part of the problem, and my doctor said that there's nothing wrong with what's happening after the seizures, but I have hope that something that
Mark's
can at least lessen it.
Mark UK.
So,
Okay.
yeah, this one's just asking about anything to help with the headaches.
A very, very tight hat.
Quiet. Oh, okay.
Well, or a bandana, a pirate bandana. Seriously, these little head wraps, they look like pirate bandanas, and they wrap and they tie right there and they press right against your temples and right there and they help feel good.
It's like little beads and
No,
stuff.
it's just a strap, really, and then you tie it
Like
tight.
Johnny Depp
Yes.
in, or the lead singer of Poison, Bret Michaels.
I think they're just called headbands.
Mhm.
They look like pirate caps. They're pirate bandanas to
Like
me.
Sebastian Bach. Didn't he wear a bandana?
Nobody jumps to mind after Johnny Depp for me.
Lead singer of Scorpions. Anybody?
My mind's going blank.
No. Guest
Most
on
people,
Trailer
the
Park
number
Boys.
one comment on that one is just telling people to try marijuana. They're saying that makes things a tons better. Migraines, pain, stress, anxiety, and that one got a lot of likes.
That's a medicine.
I guess that is just the number one, but I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
guess weed tea.
I guess well it does. Yeah, I was gonna say it does. Let's see. Yeah, they don't specify anything about. I think it does insinuate that they're talking about pills when they say medication. So that's just the assumption. On somebody, the username on this one's Coffee Lover, saying, I usually have headaches for days after a seizure. The best advice I can give is sleep as much as you can. easy on the screen time, and if you can have as much quiet time as possible.
Can we
For
say
me,
Jeff
they're
101?
good.
Weed helps everything.
Right. It does. And it's an all natural. What could be better than that?
Exactly.
Jeff 101, weed, period.
Oh,
Oh, weed is good. That's Jeff 101. Anti-weed laws are bad.
that's Jeff 102.
We're gonna publish for sure.
Oh, right. She doesn't
Gotta
care, like
make
my
sure
parents.
I'm so okay with
all the
vaping.
lava
Oh,
lamps are lined up nice and
I
straight.
forgot. She's
in the
cool.
street.
She's no
Yeah,
square.
Mark, you didn't even have that view the whole time. Good, that's cool.
Oh, I love the purple and orange one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that the
Orange
latest
is like one
edition?
of my favorite colors.
Yeah, I just fixed it. It had separated, the wax had separated into the paraffin and the microcrystalline wax. So um there was a glob of it that always floated up at the top and would not get back down, and then there was the bulk of it that was down at the bottom and would only occasionally send a big glob up. So I managed to get a big glob up to combine with the stuff,
Up
the
there.
bit like always up at the top, and I turned it off like immediately there, and it cooled down enough to and solidified overnight so that the next morning it was able to float back down. The weight of the blob that went up and connected with what was up there pulled that back down, and then over a few days of just leaving it on really low heat, essentially like the culinary equivalent of like just simmering it, it all just kind of
Slow cook.
melted it together into a single thing, and now it sends, multiple blobs up. I have to turn the temperature down to get it to flow like this, otherwise it'll overheat. So it's actually functioning like a lava lamp globe should. So I'm trying to get the same thing to work with that, the blue-green lamp down at the end, second from the end
Hmm.
down there. So that
Neon
one's
green.
got its top glob dragged down there. It's in the middle of its simmer stage right now. So um, yeah, fingers crossed that the blue green will be floaty, globby and stuff all again. But it's weird that it looks purple down at the bottom there because this is like the ruby red color. So what it looks like up at the top
Really?
is what it looks like all the way through. So it's got to be like a camera artifact or something about the lighting. But
Yeah, because
it
it looks
looks,
purple and orange to me.
it might be the uh, blue lava lamp
Right behind it.
behind it, because the oh, actually I need to turn it down a little bit. This wax is a little bit transparent, so it might be picking up. And a lot of the light from up here might be refracting through the curved bottle with the really clear liquid in there and sending it through the bright red. Um, and when the two once the light is passing through the red semi-transparent liquid there, and it's inside every single bit of the interior surface of the wax, um, forms a reflective surface, so it'll bounce that blue around until it eventually gets up to a point where it passes through the transparency. So that's why it'll kind of start to look a bit more diffuse like that. So, um, yeah, it's really interesting. Optics and radiation heat transfer are cool stuff.
You teach us something every day. I know that.
Yeah, like
Something useless every
a
day.
I never owned a lava lamp. I didn't even know you could change the temperature. I thought you just turn it on and you turn it off. But
Most
you
lava
know,
lamps do. I buy
My mom won't let me get
a
one.
little adjustable dimmer switch on them so that I can slide it up and down, because especially when you have this many all lined up together, they're all heating each other next to each other. So I got to turn the light down. Otherwise, they'll all just burn up. So if each of them was just standing alone, there'd probably be much less of a need for the dimmers. But even so, it's still my preference to have a dimmer on it. Just,
Did you put in the dimmers
some,
yourself?
huh?
Or is it plugged, or is it, did you um plug in the dimmers yourself, or is it incorporated in the lamp itself? Come with the lamp
Um,
or on the lamp. There we go.
some of them, excuse me, the old vintage lamps, some of them had a little dial dimmer built in, like inline, um, so that, you click off, but dial turn up all the way up to 100, whatever, but, or 11. Um, but the modern lamps just have a little on-off switch. So I've got these little, um, you know, cable things, a little slider. So this plugs into the outlet, and then the lava lamp plugs into that outlet thing, and that slider there gives a dimmer control over the outlet, or the output to the lava lamp. So, same
We
thing.
have a couple of those in our house. Well, not
I've,
lava lamps, but the dimmy thingies.
yeah, all of these except the very end, all of them are on dimmers. Um, but the red, like, wizard hat looking thing and this big biggest one, tallest one here, both have little dials built in on
Oh yeah,
um,
go get mom.
um,
oh
the
yeah.
um,
Oh, nothing.
the power
I'm
cord
just chatting
little.
it up.
So I've thought about getting those and like installing them in line on the power cords of the lamps that I've got going, because it would save so much space not having to have these, little
Boards.
all over every one of them, instead just, right there on the power cord. Seems like a no-brainer, but it takes effort. So,
Do they make just off the top of your head, if you know, do they make lava lamps that come with timers and automatically turn off?
not to my knowledge.
that's
definitely
what I
not
thought.
definitely not the name brand
But
lava.
that's the reason why my mom won't let me get one.
You can
Yeah,
plug it into a timer.
you can get a timer for it.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Just get a
And
regular
into
timer and
the
plug it in.
timer, you can plug a dimmer and have the best of all worlds.
What if you
That's gonna
sleep
be
with
my
it on
next
low?
case.
If you sleep,
Expert, you're muted.
Mark, you are muted.
if it's too low, it won't flow. So,
We want
yeah.
the flow.
Um, honestly, they don't get hot enough to cause a fire. It's
Oh,
like 90, um, 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So,
that's not
um,
bad.
no, it's not bad.
Okay,
Hard
when I
So
enough
make
to,
make my next case tour, I have
yeah,
more information.
yeah.
This one is talking about lorazepam before an event. Has anyone used lorazepam before something important to try to prevent a seizure during that event? I've had a few breakthrough, partial, and absent seizures over the last few months. 5. I need to go to a work party out of town this week. I'm so nervous I will have an episode in front of my coworkers. I will be with them for about 6 hours, and I need to not have an episode during that time. I know lorazepam is prescribed as a rescue med, not the preventative, but has anyone ever used it to fend off a seizure? Lorazepam does not knock me out. I'll be awake the entire time, so that is not a problem. My neurologist said he's okay with me doing this, but I'm just curious if anyone else has.
I got lost on what Kate's post was. Toast you
Oh,
been
yes, it was about a medication that I can't remember, but
Okay,
I know
sorry
I'm
about
Something
not
that.
on it
rescue
currently.
before.
It's a rescue medication, and
Razpam, right?
yes, and they were wondering if um wait, it's not a rescue, and they were wondering if they can use it as a rescue.
Okay, this
Um,
one was
Because if
actually
it's
talking about using the medicine before it happens. So the OP is nervous about doing a work thing this weekend, and they want to know if they should take the lorazepam on the way. And I've never heard of
preventative
that
measure,
before. Exactly. I've never heard of a preventative medicine that exists. And
it's like taking a Xanax before you go, right?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
take
that's
my
what they're asking. Just has
clonazepam
anybody else done
before
this?
something all the time, you know. Um, it, yeah. Uh, and if their doctor says they don't see a problem with it, um, do it. I mean, come on. If it's something that you're concerned about, whatever circumstances enough to be asking your doctor about it, and your doctor gives you the okay, you don't really need the permission of more like internet strangers. Um, Follow your doctor's advice and take your medication like you need to. I, I, I don't know.
Doctor said that was okay, Mark?
Yes.
That would work?
That's what the end of the post said, that their doctor said it was okay to take their rescue lorazepam as a preventative for something.
It's
And
still a rescue.
yeah,
It's
Excuse me, Mom.
rescuing
Then
yourself
why the
before
fuck
you
is
need it.
she asking us?
right. Yeah. Why is this even a question? I don't know. My clonazepam is to um
do you need
for aura clusters, and I take it before I'm in a situation where I don't even want to get to one, or like where it would be difficult to avoid um the SeaWorld this past, you know, before going to a theme park, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm counting vocals and feeling on edge all the time. I take the clonazepam and have a fun day with the kids. The clonazepam makes it that much more fun. It's a good day. So, um, yeah,
Hi,
I
Kate.
um,
Mom's got a mom.
Yeah,
I'd just be repeating myself
Speaking
at
of
this
moms.
point.
my mom's gonna read this one. Got something, you guys.
What I'm reading.
Hold that.
Had a seizure last Saturday.
No, you gotta read the.
Oh, not trying to spam, but what can I do and how long should it take to get back to normal or semi-normal? Okay, the question is, had a seizure last Saturday. Got some good advice here for my tongue that of course needs time to heal. But how long should it take to start having the normal chemicals released in my brain? I've been feeling sad since I had it and not necessarily for any reason. Also, my sexual function doesn't seem to be there right now. Also, my heart rate doesn't seem to want to get higher. And how I know it was pounding like crazy after I had the seizure. Not sure what's going on or how long it's going to take. I got protein shakes and stuff for some meals if it hurts too much. And I also get my vitamins in. I also feel lack of motivation. Is this showing lack of serotonin and other chemical productions?
Usually, how long it take me to get back to normal? Get a good sleep overnight one time, or if it's in the daytime, I get a good nap all the way until I actually need to sleep, and then I can't sleep because I took a long nap.
It
Yeah,
takes you about a good 24 hours to
there we go.
start looking like yourself. Your eyes, that gloss is gone. That's how I can tell when he's getting ready to have a seizure. Like on Friday when he had one, his eyes get glossy. They get like a certain look. His whole face just looks different. He
We
acts
were
different. He
so
says
impressed by you.
off the wall shit sometime, and I'd be like, oh man, here we go. It's time. So I know that certain things, like, or if he don't eat, he'd be like, I'm not hungry. And he like to eat. He won't eat all day. I know that's a sign. Or in them eyes, in the weird conversations. I'd be like, okay, let me get my mommy bear guard on. My sunshine need me right now. Huh.
Well, we were impressed that you were able to tell long before he was like, I gotta go.
I knew something was wrong.
Yes,
That
it
morning
was
when he woke up,
very
yeah.
impressive. You told all of us, be on the lookout.
Yeah. Because I knew something was wrong. He wasn't acting like himself. Like I said, his eyes was glossy. He didn't want to hit the joint. I knew something was wrong.
Oh, that is weird.
That's it.
My smoking buddy, so yeah. But I'm glad he here with me because, too many people don't take seizures. To me, people don't take them serious, and this
Or
is
over
y'all life.
serious.
This is y'all's life. You could have a seizure and might not come back from it. And I don't think people understand that part, but I do.
I
I'm not
think we're
leaving
all
my
glad that he's with you too.
Oh, yes.
Say that again.
That we're all glad that you're with your mom too.
Yeah. I hope all you guys got somebody that can be there for you, you know, and really take this shit serious and know that this is y'all life in a bottle. This right here. Y'all life in a bottle.
Excuse me, I'll try to come back.
It's okay, Jeff. He's feeling sparky.
Aw.
All right.
Hope you feel better, man.
The only comment to that post says first seizure, or have you been experiencing them for a while? For me, it can take up to 4 days for medication to build up in your system. Depending on the medication, they can also cause some mental shifts. AED medicines are in the same class as benzos and bipolar drugs. It takes some time to get used to them. I've tried 5 different types of pills, and has its own set of side effects, which I call, in quote, bonuses.
And benzos are bipolar drugs, right?
Benzos are a lot of drugs. Those are Benadryl, Ativan.
Cocktail.
Can you guys give me some? I don't know all the benzos. I only took a few.
Yeah, not Benadryl.
Ativan.
Ativan, lorazepam. So I'm trying to think of
Klonopin.
Let's see.
brand names.
Xanax,
Yeah,
Klonopin's one, yeah.
Klonopin, Xanax,
Nasalium.
Valium,
Wait, Nasalium a benzo?
Nasalam, yeah, so midazolam, um,
Benzos. This is Dr. Google. Google.
clobazam,
Benzos, short for benzodiazepines. Wow, I cannot.
benzodiazepine.
Those are class of prescription psychoactive drugs that have a calming effect on the central nervous system.
GABA A receptor
Yes.
positive modulator.
I got another one. I'm not sure. Oh no, we don't have this. Kate's not here either.
Yeah.
One about the RNS, but
please take your medication as prescribed or whatever works for you. We're not doctors.